Greg Ostertag and Luke Longley on the opening tip.
At least to start. Beautiful pass.
Yes, Karl Malone with the nice lead for John Stockton. On here's Jordan, having their difficulties at the start. The Jazz with a 4-2 lead. Luke Longley comes off a strong game against Miami.
Well, I was just about to say, the reason both teams struggling, they're settling for jump shots. That time a little transition and a nice finish by Longley.
Oh, Stockton got the step.
Michael Jordan looking the wrong way.
And very early 3 turnovers committed by the Bulls.
What a pass.
Oh, Malone. And the Bulls have scored on only 2 of their first 9 possessions. Michael Jordan, along with Ostertag and Russell up front. Hornacek, Stockton in the backcourt. Longley got a piece of it. And the first foul committed by either team. 5:45 left in the first. Scottie Pippen, as we come up on 5 minutes to go in the first. Jordan lost it, but got it back to Longley. Utah's missed its last 9 shots, 4 of 18 from the field. Rodman now defending against Malone. Malone, yes.
Playing a big guy like Shaquille O'Neal. He just does not play power forwards that well.
Open shot for Kukoc in this first quarter.
Tony Kukoc comes right back with a very strong.
Bulls lead 13-12 with 2:15 remaining in the first. Jordan, yes. In the first.
And with Scottie Pippen's problems, Tony Kukoc becomes more and more more important as a playmaker.
Real quick, Utah 2 for 1 here opportunity.
Isley in the first. The Bulls have a 1-point lead. Isley trying to put moves on Kerr. Down to 2 seconds, and Isley hits. What a shot by Howard Isley. Bushler fires it up. Second quarter underway here in Chicago. Marv Albert, Matt Dukas, Bill Walton, along with Ahmad Rashad and Jim Gray. 1 point, Utah lead. Now Brian Williams on the floor for the first time. A beautiful pass again.
He's found the open man.
Randy Brown has come on for the first time. Here's Kukoc for 3. On the floor for the first time. Here's Foster. And Chicago with Jordan and Brown at the guards. Pippen, Kukoc, and Williams on the front line. Now Jordan played by the rookie Anderson. Michael Jordan shooting over Brandon Anderson.
Utah clearly has made the decision not to double team. Jerry Sloan does not want everybody else getting layups. More importantly, keep him off the offensive glass.
Foster feeling it. Greg Foster has the good touch in this first half. The Jazz by 1. Let's check in with Jim Gray. Jim?
All right, thank you, Mark. During that timeout, Jerry Sloan very happy with the defensive effort of the Utah Jazz.
Up 10 shooting. Randy Brown now defending on John Stockton. Here's Carr. Beautiful move. Barr strip. Stockton recovers. Shot clock running down. Here's Anderson for 3. And Carr able to get to it. Nice pass from Anderson. Jordan.
Michael's eyes are wide as saucers right now going against rookie Shandon Anderson.
Shandon Anderson, a second-round draft pick. Utah did not have a number 1. Oh.
Played a team anything like the Chicago Bulls with their triangle offense, ball movement, and player movement as Michael Jordan just rises up on Shandon Anderson. And then the little handoff, one hand, just a touch pass as Scottie Pippen finishing. Got a hand up, but way too late.
Stockton got the step.
Carl didn't have good balance that time, but the Utah Jazz are overplaying every post-entry pass.
Again, the hesitation by Pippen that led to the turnover. Stockton for 3. And Utah getting the help off the bench. 7-0 run by the Jazz. They lead it 39-32. Here's Jordan. Rodman with the tip. Rodman again. And took a poke in the eye. And And Greg Ostertag is also back on the floor defending on Rodman. Jordan. Rodman. Terrific ball instincts, and he fires. Dennis a bit encouraged from recent development. Pippen.
High scoring first half.
You're talking Easton style. Russell for three. Just did beat the 24. And that is his first field goal. Final seconds of the half.
Everybody's getting their hands on passes here.
Playoff basketball, a lot of half-court play, very little transition, but this was ridiculous.
Jeff Hornacek.
And in many cases, John Stockton would have flipped that ball ahead to Brian Russell, but the way that the Jazz have been turning it over, he wants to make sure.
Russell.
More turnovers than points.
Jordan screening for Rodman. That's what it's come to.
Player the last couple of games against the Miami Heat. That's his second field goal here tonight. The Jazz 46, the Bulls 43. Off the block. Pippen uncontested. The Utah lead is one. The chant of defense. Malone comes out to set the screen. The lead for Malone off the pick and roll. At the guards, Pippen, Rodman, and Longley up front. Pippen putting moves on Russell and hit it. Hawker waving it off. Now Jordan posting up Hornacek. Going glass. Major factor here in the third quarter.
Good to see him exerting himself, first with the block and then the easy breakaway. Taking care of that foot, not extending himself, and then in the post, just taking advantage of the younger but very, very talented Brian Russell. Scottie Pippen, nice little hook step to the baseline, jump hook, face.
Right here on NBC.
Jerry Sloan up. Remember, he calls all the plays. Even with the brilliance of Stockton, who's not playing now, Sloan will call everything.
Oh, what a move by Isley.
Will I take some elbows and things from Dennis? Absolutely.
And both players have kept it under control, and both players not getting involved with the official. That's a good sign.
Carl rarely gets involved with the officials. Only when they're taking it from him. Since the first quarter, when he took 11.
Jordan putting moves on Isley and pops it out. Pippen for three. 7.
At the open, we talked about, Jordan wide open.
It counts out the foul on Howard Isley.
Well, it's difficult enough for the big guards of Utah, Shannon Anderson, Jeff Hornacek, to try to play Michael Jordan throughout this offense, but nearly impossible for a point guard like Howard Isley. Not used to seeing Michael Jordan. He's getting killed right now.
With just under 40 seconds to go in the third quarter. Isley for three. Oh, Howard.
Bust him again.
Down to 5 seconds. Isley lost it. Here's Pippen. Chased by Hornacek. And Pippen goes all the way. 0.5 of a second remaining in the quarter.
To find a hot hand and stick with them. They have not done that. Antoine Carr hits his first touch jumper. Now they need to establish more continuity. They've always gone away from the guy who's made the previous basket. Not good strategy.
Michael Jordan sitting down, getting a rest. Scottie Pippen.
Yes. He's having a terrific one.
Scottie Pippen came in as a question mark because of that strained foot. Basket won't count. And a foul before the shot attempt.
Brian Russell defensively keeps chasing. Now Scottie's never going to shoot a turnaround three going left.
He will make his return very shortly.
That's underneath out of bounds play.
That's 3 on Jordan. Here's Stockton. And Williams up front. Hopper is open for 3. Over the last 2 years here at home in the playoffs, the Bulls have won 17 and lost only once. And that loss was game 2 against Atlanta this season in the second round. Scottie Pippen continues his magnificent performance. It cuts it to a 1-point Utah lead.
You saw that bench scoring number heavily in favor 2-1 of Utah. That's been the way for the Jazz all playoffs as Karl Malone.
And here's Malone.
Or settle for a jump shot. But he is taking Luke Longley out there where Luke Longley is just not going to be an effective defender.
Turning face against the big guy, torturing.
19 for Malone. Utah by 5. 5.5 remaining. Nice pass from Longley. And Jordan looking to reset. Hornacek is with him. Here comes Malone. Here's Jordan. Yes. On Longley.
Michael Jordan going to work on Jeff Hornacek. Karl Malone coming over to double team, but is going to overrun the play and let Michael Jordan knife inside.
Utah needs to play with poise here.
Jordan behind the back. Sets it up for Longley. Yes.
Michael clearly had Hornacek and the double team beat.
Next foul will put them over the limit. Here's Jordan. Yes. 28 points for Jordan. We are down to 1:40 to go in the fourth. Shannon defense. Malone with the opening. Malone with the drive. 1:20 remaining in the fourth. Jordan spinning his way on Hornacek. Rebounded by Harper. Pippen for 3. Yes. Chicago 81, Utah 79 as we approach 1 minute remaining. And the fourth of game 1 of the best of 7 NBA Final Series. Stockton for 3. Yes. The Jazz by 1, 82-81.
One stop. That's all the Jazz need right now. Their offense is in gear. They got to pound that glass.
40 seconds remaining in the fourth. Jordan.
John Stockton, after almost everybody on the team touched it, John, they finally gave it back to him and almost forced him to shoot. Drilled the 3 like he did to clinch the Houston series. And now Jordan at the line.
Timeouts remaining. Utah has 3. Chicago at 3 and a 20. Both teams over the limit. Jordan 4 of 5 at the line. Remaining in the fourth quarter. Michael Jordan missing on the second attempt. The score remains tied at 82.
It's got to be Karl Malone here. This is MVP time.
Well, Malone down at the right baseline being defended by Rodman. Shot clock is down to 5. 15 seconds on the game clock. Stockton setting it up for the 3. And Malone with the recovery. And a foul has been called. Looks like a loose ball foul being indicated by Bill Oakes.
A high pick and roll. Stockton had to go back towards his own man, forced to take a tough shot. But Dennis Rodman hanging on to that back.
Rebounds. 9 and 2/10 seconds to go. Scores tied. 9 seconds left. Oh, he missed the break. Rebounded by Jordan. And the Bulls take a timeout.
Disciplined defense forced the fadeaway jumper. Don't foul.
Jazz over the foul limit. We're down to 5. Jordan putting moves on Russell. We're down to 2. Now to 1. Here's Jordan. Yes! It is all over. The Chicago Bulls have won at the buzzer in game 1 of the best of 7. 82 victory in dramatic fashion over the Utah Jazz. Michael Jordan going right at Brian Russell and hitting on the jump shot.
Standard set play, end of game for the Chicago Bulls, and a smart play by Chicago by putting the ball in Jordan's hands where it'd be very difficult to come double team. They took Stockton away. Of course, with Steve Kerr, he had to watch him, and Brian Russell at Michael Jordan's mercy.
They got it to Jordan early, and Brian Russell stabbed at it. He didn't play the position. He gave Jordan the opening.
So Michael Jordan with 31 points and putting the game winner. He's with them on the shot.